Looks like we made it here in one piece.
We've reached our destination.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danits. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
Hey! It's that ingredient!
Yeah, the one for that recipe.
You always have an eye for food. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahag. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahag said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria. But was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
So good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings...
Yeah, and it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us, but nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadeye wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Xion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Xion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alvin.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much... longer it's going to be before we catch up to Amadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xian, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Take this! Take this!
That may prove a thorn in our side.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Fire support! Rising weapon!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Everyone hanging in there?
Like this should be easy. I see what's like the Dragon Swarm! We're not finished!
Now we're never.
Freezing storm!
Try this!
Field!
Rending Rising Wyvern!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too...
Go no further!
Can't get out of this!
Go!
Take this!
Can't be hurt!
Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more!
My turn!
One more!
Rising Wyvern!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Like steel? Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Destruction!
Ready and ready!
Rising Phoenix!
Lightning Orb!
Take this!
More with that kick!
We're not harder! Take this!
Lightning Orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind!
Prepare to be seen!
Here! Do
Rising
it!
Wyvern! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
No choice! Bring him down!
Here's the evil! Malevolent! Confiscating! Freeze Blazer!
I'm not done! Dragon
It's
Swarm!
down! More with that kick for an instant!
Explosive ring! Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! Okay! Dragon Swarm! Fire support! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
On guard!
Here I come!
Here's a healing arc! Here!
Won't save you! Like shield?
I'll be
You're
saving
finished!
this one! Lightning attack! Thunderblade!
Ring! Rising Wyvern! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Dark Seal!
Now you'll learn! In a bind?
Golden Power! Wind Astral Energy! Fire Astral Energy!
Explosive repeat!
Anything in order is all mine!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Here I come! I owe you all! Astral
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Take this! You're finished!
Arctic Meteor! I'm here!
Explosive
I'll be
ring!
saving this one!
Rising Wyvern!
Radiant Pierce!
Don't get complacent. That's far enough!
You've got spirit!
Fury Split!
Let me see what I can do! My deal?
Lightning Evil! More with that kick from...
Try this! We're not finished!
Make it break!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Not a chance!
May a thousand nails carry you in dread!
This one's mine!
Make it break!
Gusty Nails! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
You picked the wrong fight! Jump Shadow! Dragon Swarm! Explosive ring!
Make it break! Dueling! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
Lightning
Go!
Meteor! Into the shadows! Raging Cascade!
Try this!
I'm all messed up!
Explosive
Get
ring!
healing arm! Shield! Here now!
Look
Take
sharp!
this! Destruction! Splendid Splash! Come back, will ya?
On guard! Take this!
You're mine! It's over! Dragon Swarm! Crush! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Take this!
Tiger Blade! Freeze Blade here!
Try this!
Here's a healer! First aid!
I owe you one! Rising Wyvern!
Rising
Rising
Phoenix!
Phoenix! Here I come!
Tiger
Blade!
Radiant now! Here!
Try this! Take
Here's
this!
a blade! Graviton Field!
Rising Wyvern!
Mine! Back into the corner!
You're mine! You're finished!
Here! Do it! I'll be
Go!
saving!
In an instant! Impact block!
Everyone hanging in there?
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill seagulls the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You're finished!
One energy!
This one's mine!
Blending flash! Take this! It's over!
Flying spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
Make it way!
In an instant! Impact Claw! My turn! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Piercing kill! May a thousand gales tear you to shreds!
Take this!
Look sharp! Take this! I'm out of ammo! I'm all
Take
stocked
this!
up!
Let's
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle! Now!
Not a chance!
Look sharp! Go, Halim!
All yours, Kisara!
Barely a blip on our radar.
No choice! Now you'll learn! Try harder! It's over!
Sleep now!
Rising Wyvern! Thrust! Stardust!
The waters of fear!
Burn! You're mine! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Now! You're mine! Try harder! My turn! Blue escape!
First aid!
Appreciate the help. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolition!
Dragon Swarm!
Cyan
Try this!
Shield!
Take this!
Explosive Ring!
Falling Storm!
Celestial
Rising Wyvern!
Downfall!
Time to shine!
Lightning!
Here I come!
Air thrust!
Try harder!
Their arms
Here
are
I come!
interrupted.
Dragon Swarm!
One more!
Dance in the wind! None shall
Explosive Ring!
Piercing roar!
Photon!
Look sharp!
You're
You're
nice!
You're finished!
Tempest Whirl! Tiger Blade!
Here I come! It's over!
Falling Storm! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Here I Marker! Now! Destruction!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Explosive ring! Here I come! You're finished! Ignite! Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
Try this! Explosive ring!
Flaming meteor! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kitara! Do it! Supernova! Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This looks nice and tough.
Looks like some solid equipment.
This is...
Here goes!
The rebels! Save you! My shield!
Not in your dreams!
You're finished! Try that!
Do it!
Double me! In an instant! Impact block! My turn! Take this! It's over!
Take ready!
More for the
Here I come!
Tiger
It's over!
Freezing
No!
storm!
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! No!
Ready and raring! Here I go!
You're on! Come back, will ya?
More with that Mega! This is the win!
Ready to go!
Here!
You're mine! You're finished!
Here's a hero!
Dragon Sword!
More with that!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Take this!
Roar!
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Strata! You're on! Ignite!
This one's mine!
Tiger It's over!
This one's mine!
Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
Looks like we got them all.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine! Now you'll learn!
Did you see this coming?
Fluid
In
kick!
here! Freezing
Dragon
storm!
Swarm! Destruction!
Try
him! Blending Slap!
Radiant Light! Back into
Take it!
fray! Mega Ray!
Tiger Blade! Take this! You're finished!
Make it red!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Freezing
Storm!
I feel...
Let's dispose of the trash.
One's my deal!
This one's mine.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Take this! You're mine! Take this!
Glacial This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I'll do my best. Overwhelming danger.
Here I come!
Time to shine. Mega Ray.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Here I come! You're finished! Try harder! No chance! It's over! Rising Wyvern! Strut!
Do it.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance! It's over!
Anything in armor is off.
The enemy moves ours too.
You'll soon see about that. Here's a healing arm. It's dead.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
All day. This one's mine. Let me hear you to tread. Mega Ray. Gusty nail.
Destruction!
Dazzling spin.
Take this! Try harder! Not a
Tiger
chance!
blade.
Fluid Scout! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning condense.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
This one's mine.
Here I come! You're finished! Try this!
Gemini Aqua.
Rising Wyvern!
Raging
Here I
Cascade.
come!
Sleep now. Mega Ray. Lightning. Doomfall. More with that giant insect.
Dragon Swarm!
Time to shine. Here's a hit.
What did you do?
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Nicely done.
This'll make us even more formidable.
I'll do my best!
I see one there!
Ready and here! Here! Wait! One more!
Take this!
Divine
Here I come!
Instant!
We're not finished!
Now! By the power! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Glacier
Now!
Spear!
You're
Here's
mine!
evil! Judgment Spin! Lightning Lord!
Lightning Lord! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A comfortable win.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Little help!
Pieces! Attack
Alarm! Searing Flame! Reload! Lightning Orb! None will escape my judgment!
Here I come!
Light Astral Energy!
Try harder! Not a
Look
chance!
sharp!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Wind Astral Energy!
Rising
Lightning
Viper!
Condemned!
Cut! It's
Thunder
over!
Blade Blazer! Look sharp!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Wind Astral Energy! Thunder Blade!
You're mine!
Mega Ray!
You're finished!
May a thousand
Take this!
gales carry you
It's
away!
over! Lunar Rondo!
Searing Flame!
You're on!
Sweet dreams! By the power of water! Falling Storm! Energy!
Try harder! Now!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Divine! Pierce evil! Photon Flash! Not on my watch! Lightning Condemned! Tiger Blade! Thunder Blade! I can now! Astral Energy!
Say no more! No! You're mine! You're finished!
Tiger Blade! Dotaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
No!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. I won't forgive you!
Bring him down! I'll smash you! My shield? It's over! Pull him down!
Here's evil!
Here I come! It's over! Rising over! No escape!
Dark Steel! More without hit!
You're on! They're not finished! Take this! It's over!
Radiant Team! In here!
Shattering
Major Ray! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! No! Take this! It's over!
What? been doing really great lately.
What's this thing?
Right, here goes! The rebel! Stop them! Strike! Dragon form! Dragon form!
Their arcs were interrupted. Make it rain!
That's my astral energy!
Say no more! My turn! No escape! Try harder! My turn! Do as I say! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Searing Flame! Reload! Here's a healing!
You're finished!
First aid!
Try hard! Miss on! Burn in hell!
Raging Cascade!
Orochi Fury!
Reload! I'll be saving first
Lord of the
aid!
Rings! Orochi Fury!
Here's evil! This one's mine! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Here,
Take
let me
this!
help.
You're finished! Try harder! Not a chance!
Glacial Spear!
You're
Here's
finished!
evil! Freeze Laser! Cover the
Double
let me help.
Demon Fang!
First aid!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I can feel anything! Here's a healing arc! You first aid! There! Switch to offense! Mega Ray! Annihilation! I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara! Burning!
Orochi Fury!
Tiger Blade!
You made me angry.
Looking good.
That was a bad idea.
First aid!
This should do it!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisher! Falling Storm!
Orochi Fury!
Tiger Blade!
Lightning Condemned!
Try harder! Not a
I
chance!
don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Double Demon Fang!
Time to shine. Here I go.
Double Demon Fang!
Thunderblade!
Time to let it rip!
I don't feel anything!
Don't leave me all alone here.
A freezing storm!
Grounded.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I've still got some fight left in me. Here's a healing arc!
Orochi Fury!
This one's mine.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
They really made us work for that one.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that.
What could it be? Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard.
That's far enough!
Now you'll learn!
How about
Dragon Swarm!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Wind astral energy! Dance in the wind! Air
Rising Wiper!
come over! Here, let me help!
Here I come! Now! Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Great Tiger
We're not finished!
Make your break! Darling! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
What's this thing? Right, here goes! Here I come!
That's it!
It's over!
Great Tiger Blade!
Try harder! Here I come!
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt! Here,
Aim for the weak spot!
There, here! Radiant, here!
Double Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of fury!
Double Demon Fang!
I never miss! May 1,000
Take
gales
this!
carry you to shreds!
You're finished!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Gusty nail!
Try this! Explosive ring!
It's weakened!
It ends now! Rising Wiper!
Lightning orb!
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
You're finished!
Blood! Here!
Lunar Rondo!
Ammo! Back into the
Right. Try harder! My turn!
Magic is in!
Now! Here I come!
Sleep now!
You're finished!
Round and pound! This one! Photon! Here I come!
Try harder! My turn!
Tiger Blade!
It's over!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Yeah! You're ours!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Escape my sleep now! More for the stockpile! Right!
Orochi's Fury!
All where that came from! Lightning condensed! Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade!
Double Demon Fang!
Burning, primed and ready!
Look sharp! My turn! Here I come!
Lightning orb!
enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
Azure Storm!
Tiger Blade!
Do it! Make your breath! Astral energy!
Say no more!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Out of our way!
Bring it down! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Rising Hammer! Strike! Stun up! Rondo! You're up! Cupid's on fire! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Support!
Now! Kigara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
My turn!
Now you've gone and ticked me off! This one's mine!
Draw back! An astral art?
That's my cue!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Here's a healing arc!
You're mine! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Don't get complacent.
Equipment should come in handy.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it.
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
We've reached our destination.
Have you guys checked your equipment? Wait.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Bring him down! One more!
Annihilation!
Take this!
Take this!
Lock
Here I go!
Rising Laser! Rising Phoenix! Strike! Dragon Swarm! My turn! No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Wind Astral Energy!
It's too fast! Stand back!
Seems about right to me.
No choice! I see one, eh? Done it!
Looks up!
Now you see what I can do! My behind!
Tiger Blade!
Now
Fray! Mega Ray!
Fire support!
Hear me! Lightning
It's over! No! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Fix it! You're finished! Shattering!
Ghidorah! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mahag's. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Mesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Going in.
Freeze blast!
Falling storm! Back into the fray!
Piercing roll! Arcade waterfall! In here! Crescent annihilation pile! Mega ray!
You're finished!
This one's mine!
More where that came from! By the power of water! Water astral energy! Reload!
Here I come! Dragon form!
Look sharp!
Destruction!
Dazzling spin! Tempting swirl!
Rising Wyvern!
Right.
You're mine!
Sighted!
Purge blood legend! Arcade waterfall! In here!
You're finished!
Tiger blade!
More for the stockpile!
Strike! Soda!
Sleep now!
Lunarunga!
Confiscated!
Mega ray!
Mirage! Rising Wyvern!
Foolishness.
Lightning orb! Cyan instant!
Right.
Here, let me help guard!
First
I
aid!
owe you
Sleep
one.
now! More for the stockpile!
Falling storm!
You're mine!
Tiger blade!
Burn in hell!
Stay
You're
away!
mine!
Glacial spear!
You're
Here's
finished!
evil! Dazzling spin!
Wind
Try
astral
harder! Now! Here I come!
Piercing roar!
It's over!
in the sky is mine! Thank you.
I'm not done!
Shield!
Dragon form!
Raging blast!
Here I come! You're finished! Destruction! Rise now! Try harder! My turn! You're mine!
Let me help!
You're finished! Destruction!
Tiger blade!
I'm not done!
Spin!
Dragon form!
Waters of creation magic is
Here, let me help!
Tidal wave! First aid!
Try this!
Piercing roar!
Right.
You're mine!
Waterfall! In here!
Radiant
Here!
Ah! Here I come!
Falling storm!
It's
Let
over!
me help!
Piercing roar!
Destruction! Rising Wyvern! It's time! Mirage! Rising Wyvern! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
Time to shine!
Take this! Ha!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
Dragon
I
form!
never miss!
Here's
This
a healing
one's
arm!
mine!
First aid!
Appreciate the help!
Raging cascade!
Shield and face! None shall escape!
It's over!
Armor won't save you!
Use a healing arc!
Wretched fool!
Thousand nails! Tear you to shreds!
What's this?
Move around him!
Brimming with hatred.
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch!
Rising Wyvern!
None shall escape!
Rising Phoenix!
Shield
It's on!
I'll finish you here!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Listen to it! Coyote!
Air thrust!
Take this! Ha! It's over!
Go! Help this!
Destruction! Rising Wyvern! Eat dirt! Take it!
Rip and tear!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Destruction!
Glacial Field! Here's evil! Lightning Orb! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
You're mine!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer! Slave! I'm on it!
You're finished!
I'll tear you apart!
Destruction!
Storm!
Double Demon Fang! Rising Cat! They're attacking separately!
Can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on it, and take out the monster first.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away!
Let me take some time!
Will suffer!
Try harder! Now!
Here's a healing arc!
Try harder!
We've got you, people!
Destruction! Eat dirt!
Now I'm in the groove!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Take this!
Here goes! I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
Destruction! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! I'm not done! Destruction! Take this! It's over!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
I really owe you one. That's where it does it! Not my finest.
Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back from death abyss!
Rising Orb!
Cover the capture! Resuscitation! Lightning Orb! Lightning! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning Storm!
What's this?
This isn't looking good!
May 1,000 gales carry you to triumph!
Can't move!
Here, let me help!
You're mine! Take this!
Here I go! Gravitas Field!
Behold, my
Mega Ray!
her master core!
Not while I'm around, she isn't! In here!
Blending Flash!
I'll be saving this one! A freezing storm! Lightning Orb!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before it Chaotic disaster!
Take this!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now... Mine!
You will suffer! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
It's on!
Behold my true power!
Magic and dance! Here goes! I'll be saving the your dream!
All finished here now! Rising Phoenix! Rising Wyvern!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall for impending calamity!
Rising
Chaotic
Wyvern!
disaster!
Rising Phoenix! Try harder! My turn! I'm on! Here I come! I'm on! You're mine!
I'm such a failure.
You paid for that! Not done yet!
I never fit! Dance in the wind! I'll bring you sorry, that's the bit.
Behold my true power!
Take this! It's
I'll
over!
end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Sion! Sion!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. to my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.